courage is untrainable.
I think the biggest fight is within yourself.
We dedicate our lives to fighting.
And every move you make, there's hours of sweat and blood.
Anything can happen. You control your own destiny.
Bellator in Latin means warrior, the one who would lead you into battle. That's the Bellator.
Philosophy of a warrior, train for a war, constantly adapting. You have to become better than the next guy.
Does not take shortcuts.
Someone who accepts pain.
Falling and being able to get back up.
They're not afraid of what's going to happen. They're just somebody that goes out there and puts himself on the line.
Honor, sacrifice, and the ability to go further than your opponent. That's what a warrior does.
I prepare to go out there. I'm ready to die.
You gotta be mentally tough. You gotta be ready mentally, because you're going to war every day.
When I come in the cage, you better be prepared to come in and kill me, because I'm not going to stop till the job's done.
I may not come out. That's a risk I'm willing to take.
I'm nasty as hell. I look to hurt someone and take something from them. I'm gonna rip in there and rip your heart out.
What makes Bellator unique is that every single fight matters.
There's no wait. I beat this guy, I'm right on the next guy.
It's a tournament format. 8 fighters start in a given weight class, 1 ends up at the end.
Controlling your own destiny is something you really don't get in life.
We dictate that, as opposed to other people doing it for us.
Now, I like belts, and I like crowds, and I like winning, so this is right up my alley.
If they win, they move on. If they lose, they go home. It's that simple. You win, you get a shot at the title.
It won't be easy, man. It won't be easy.
In this Bellator tournament, champion will emerge. And you're talking to him right now. We just gotta go through 3 bodies to get it.
Eight fighters, 3 rounds, 1 champion. This is Bellator Fighting Championships. With pro MMA fighter Jimmy Smith, I'm Sean Wheelock, and we are very pleased to bring you the first of our 4 preview shows that takes a look at each of the weight classes in season number 2 of Bellator, as well as our reigning Bellator World Champions.
And those champions got there by emerging as the best in their respective weight classes in Bellator's inaugural championship tournament. Bellator is unique in mixed martial arts in that it's a tournament format. 8 fighters go through 3 rounds, a quarterfinal, a semifinal, and a final. The winner of that tournament then goes on to face the Bellator World Champion later on this fall.
Now, the second season of Bellator begins on Fox Sports Net April 8th with a tremendous fight card that includes newly signed MMA superstar Roger Huerta. He'll be fighting in the lightweight division quarterfinal versus Chad Hinton. But in tonight's show, we're going to take a look at Bellator's featherweight division, currently ruled by champion Joe Soto. We'll profile Soto tonight along with a few of the 8 fighters in his division. Jimmy, who are some of the Bellator fighters at 145 that stand out for you?
We have to start out with Wilson Hayes, 2004 Jiu-Jitsu brown belt world champion, more importantly, the only returning featherweight from last year. Bao Quach, one of my personal favorites, known him for a long time training in Southern California. I found him to be a really hard worker. His first opponent, Georgi Karahanian, outstanding finisher, 10 finishes in his 12 wins, a wild man on the feet. And let's not forget about world champion Greco-Roman wrestler Joe Warren. Warren only has 3 fights under his belt, but has made a big splash in a short time in MMA. The Bellator tournament should be a good proving ground to find out whether his bite is as dangerous as his bark.
What got me into MMA? Really just ex-teammates of mine. You know, Randy Couture, Dan Henderson, we all wrestled in the same room at the Olympic Training Center. Once I won my World Championships, my World Cup, and my Pan American Games, I was focused on trying something different. Dan and Heath Sims out at Team Quest called me, said, come on out, try this sport out. My wife said I'd be good at it. Hey. I got a family at home too. I got a little baby, my wife, and a new baby on the way. So we really fight. We fight to help the kids out a little bit. I've done everything my whole life for this country. There's one title I haven't won, and that's Olympic championship, and I'll win that in 2012. I'm used to training full-time, twice a day for 10 years for one little gold medal. I understand what that focus is to be the best for your country. Dan Henderson said, Joe, you gotta understand, if you're gonna do this, you're a fighter now. And now my hands are coming around. I'm real confident in my striking, and I tell myself, you're the baddest boxer out there. You're gonna knock a dude down. You're gonna knock a dude down, you know, and I keep telling myself that. And, you know, 2 days ago, I knocked a boxer down with a body shot, and I had a great time after no one else did. I will be the best in the world. Mark my words. You just gotta give me some time here. I don't call myself the baddest man on the planet for no reason, right? Because I'm a bad man, I'm telling you.
Joe Warren fights in the featherweight quarterfinal April 8th on Fox Sports Net in Bellator Season 2 opener. Clearly, Joe Warren exudes a lot of confidence, Jimmy. How much, though, is he saying those things for himself?
Well, it might be partly for himself, but every fighter in Bellator has to believe they can go all the way. If not, they don't belong here.
Warren is one of 8 fighters competing this season for the opportunity to face Bellator World Featherweight Champion Joe Soto. When we return, we'll hear from Soto and relive his rise from relative unknown to inaugural Bellator World Featherweight titleist.
Every time I used to fight, you know, she used to always tell me, Joe, kick his ass, Joe, kick his ass.
You're watching Bellator Fighting Championships.